Holy bejesus. XLM down 43. You know something's horribly wrong when I wake up and the market still doesn't quite look bottomed out and we just dropped it to 30. Morning Mike, Jamie, Gurgle, Penfold, PJ. Hey, what up, Vlad? Cheyenne said last night like the COVID crash. I just woke up. Sheesh. Did I break it? No, it broke itself, man. That's crazy. Hey, what up, E-dubs? Do I need a gardener? Why is there a gardener selling his services for cheap right now? Hey, JJ. Yeah, usually I'd be I haven't even brushed my damn teeth yet. I just you know what's funny? Yesterday on my Google, you know, I wake up to my phone like frickin' every other modern human being. You think you control your phone controls you. Let's just be real. Um, Woke up to my phone and Google told me, "Oh, it looks like Bitcoin's stable now." And then I looked at my phone today. I woke up at a couple times overnight. I woke up at 4 in the morning, and we were like just chilling somewhere up here. At least I think it was 4 in the morning. I don't, super early. We were sitting right here. I'm like, oh shit, that ain't good. I'm like, we're not bouncing at all. That's what I said yesterday here is, we had a small inverted head and shoulders. I took a really, really small long, just a tiny long, had like a 1.5% stop loss on it. No bounce there, no bounce here. I'm like, geesh, I wonder if I'm going to get woken up at 5 in the morning or something. And, um, and then I wake up and Google didn't tell me that Bitcoin had bottomed. or Google didn't tell me Bitcoin was stable today. I looked at the charts. Is it a bottom? I mean, it's yesterday. Yesterday we talked about this area right there. I didn't mean tomorrow. So, but yeah, I mean, you're talking bottoms. You're looking at high volume. It does look like a. But let me dig down a little bit. Let me dig down a lot. There's a small inverted head and shoulders right there. Hit 30,000 almost on the nose on Binance, whether that means anything or not. There's actually an arbitrage situation for the first time, probably in years. Maybe last March, there was an arbitrage situation. But you got Binance at 34.5, Coinbase at 33.7. 33.7. So Binance is actually more expensive than these other exchanges. So I don't know if you can actually take advantage of that, but when you get these extreme drops, I haven't looked at these other ones yet, but these percentages are haven't seen these forever, and this is definitely not a good sign. That these candles break everything. Every big crash have arbitrage. Not that I've seen, not that much, but this is the first time one of these drops has happened when I've woken up. Sometimes they happen overnight. I was worried about that, but I went to sleep nonetheless. There were 1 second 2K ticks. Man, BNB. I mean, this just broke everything in one day. I mean, I just look at the percentages and tell you it's broken. ICP. That's at least within trend for ICP. Oh, Bitcoin Cash. Damn. Fuck you, Uni. Jeez. Link. So remember our Power Hour members the other day how we talked about cracks in the market? Yeah, these aren't cracks anymore. These are fissures. These are crevasses. EOS, Theta, Matic. See you later. Is it still possible to get back up by the end of the year? You know what? I think man, this changes quite a bit. I mean, absolutely changes quite a bit. We were I don't know, man. I don't know. Hands are bleeding trying to catch the falling knife. Yeah, that's why you don't catch falling knives. Ellie's gloves haven't come out to market yet, and so I don't think you can catch the falling knives. Market cycle shifted. Yeah, I think so. I think so. Okay, so a couple theories that we've been working on in the Power Hour for a minute. Um, none of them involved this type of a drop this quickly, and that's what I'm trying to rectify right now. Is that what does this mean other than you better pay attention and be cautious. Um, First of all, what you've seen in the past couple of days in a lot of these coins was really good action. Matic obviously had a really good run. Um, Something you saw though that was concerning, a little bit concerning, not even a lot of concerning. Most of this, I don't want to say coming out of the blue because the selling pressure was around and the selling pressure was real. I do want to say something real quick is that when you get when you're in a big uptrend, which we've arguably been in, for a while now, since March of last year, so a year and 3 months. When you get in a big uptrend, the same things happen over and over again until they just stop happening. If that makes sense. I mean, it may sound a little nonsensical, a little bit simple, but you have to keep in mind most of investing is simple to a point. Um, in other words, in 2017 we had a climax top in Bitcoin. In 2017. Here, we did not have a climax top. In 2017, we were parabolic. Here, we were not parabolic. Stock market just opened. I don't think you guys heard that, luckily. Okay, good. Um, this time around, the situation was different. This time around, it was simply a base failure. This time around, it was simply a base failure. In 2017, we had corrections that went down about 40%. This time around, our deepest correction was this one. Actually, no, it was that early one, but this was about 28% or so, which isn't that bad. I think this one was more than that, it was about 30%, 32%. Um, if you're talking about traditional markets, your average base drop is about 33%. So all this seemed within ranges. And then for just to fail this quickly and this abruptly, all you can do is wait. All you can do is wait. I mean, is this going to wash? Is this going to wash out? Because Shine did mention a coronavirus type of washout. Is this going to wash out like coronavirus did? Like this over here? Well, if it did, it's not done yet. Your volume isn't quite there. Your volume over here is very aggressive. Your volume over here is aggressive, but we've seen bigger volumes. So, I mean, if you still have positions in Bitcoin, uh, at this point, if you still have them, your stop's at 28.1, which was our low we were looking at getting down to. We started talking about this one yesterday. We ID'd this one yesterday based off of a head and shoulders move. That's exactly what's showing right here, actually. without the Head and Shoulders call right there. There's the Head and Shoulders call. There's your neckline. There's your extension right here. And then there's your prior low support. So from a theory, from theory perspective, it could be this could be a bottom. A lot of people have been talking about the 200 daily moving average, which is trying to work its way into my chart right now. If you can see a little eyeball swirling, that's pretty cool. That's a pretty fun little thing, trading view. There's your 200 period moving average, that dark green line. So forget that theory. 21 EMA is this light green line, which is akin to the 147 daily EMA, which is what this green line actually is. And sayonara for that one. The only other potential supportive line is my pi method trend line right here, my primary trend line, which arguably I could have drawn incorrectly because it's been I've been going back and forth on whether to draw it like this to the low of the wick or try to give up the low of the wick because it was so extreme and go to some more bodies, in which case it would be drawn like this. And I am on a logarithmic chart. So that would be I've had this line on my chart for a minute. I'm trying to give up that extreme spike. I think it was too extreme. On these ones here, Jared, on the ones down in March, on the extreme, on the capitulation drops. So that's the one saving grace here, in my opinion, is that we're still above this primary trend line. I mean, that's the only saving grace I see here. We're down 50% now. 52, 53%. We can recover from 50% drops. It's generally unlikely, however, that we can recover a 50% drop. Not impossible. Nothing's impossible, but it's a little bit unlikely. I had a theory that, so we talked about this the other day. During the power hour, speaking of which. Total and total 2 going up rapidly now. Dominance is up. Remember we talked about dominance going up? I said the only way dominance is going up is if, everything dies and the alts die worse, which is this situation. And then the other way dominance went up is if Bitcoin went up without the alts, but that's obviously not happening. So we're getting the worst of the two situations. My other theory was that institutions coming over, which they are, and this particular drop in March, in my estimation, which is still my theory, and I even said it in it, like the day after that happened, I said that this is some evidence, if not all the evidence you need, of institutions in cryptocurrency. This drop right here back during the coronavirus drop back last March, because they needed to raise capital, and they raised it from all asset classes. They raised it from gold, they raised it from silver, they raised it from currencies, they raised it from equities, they raised it from everywhere. And so this is and cryptocurrencies, and so this is your evidence of that involvement. And then once the Federal Reserve said, hey, we'll accept pretty much anything you got. You got a paperclip, we'll accept that as capital. So crypto is better than a paperclip, and so they accepted crypto, and everything bottomed at that time. You can call this inflation rise, whatever you want. I mean, it doesn't matter. You can call it whatever you want. But that to me is evidence of institutional involvement in crypto. And one of the theories about institutional involvement in crypto is that things will be able to stabilize a little bit more. Insert the ha-has now. So my theory was that we never had capitulation coming down from 2017. I mean, we had really good candles, don't get me wrong. Now the biggest one here was a breakdown candle. We had a couple of, really good situations over here, but we never quite had a capitulation. And thank you very much. And we rallied up, through a pretty clear 4,200 level. but never thought we'd go to 14,000 on that same rally. So you had a really good rally here from 4,000 to 14,000. And then you had what had never happened in crypto before. And this is what we talked about the other day during the show. Is that this drop right here was very unusual for anything Bitcoin had ever done. You go back in past, and Bitcoin had never done anything like this. Hey, what up, Ellie? This was a very unique time in the Bitcoin chart, and very unlike anything else that I think goes. This is a general bear market that doesn't rip your face off. Okay, so I was thinking maybe we do that over here, because in 2017 we had a climax top. We had a blow off top, but two names for the same thing. You had a parabolic move with a blow off top in 2017. You had one in 2013. You had one earlier in 2013. So that's been the pattern, and everybody knows about that. Now this time around, you have an excellent run in crypto. Your biggest run in 2016, 2015 after the 2013 top was 100, maybe less than 200%. This one goes on and rallies for 300%. That's a legitimate run, and then you have a 50% decline in Bitcoin from here to here. At no other point after a bull run do you have a 50% decline. Looks good from my side, Ellie. Yeah, I'm not sure. If anyone else is having lagging issues, shout it out in chat. Otherwise, tell Ellie he needs to get better internet connection. Restart my toaster? Yeah, I do that often. So this time, we had another climax top, including high volume, very, 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 very classical topping action over here, which I went back and looked in that, and we called that correctly. Classical topping action over here, and then a very normalized 50% decline in BTC, which took about 6 months. So my thought process was, okay, maybe we'll hold this channel and we'll just meander through here. Well, that obviously didn't happen. So then you're asking yourself, okay, so then what is this? Then what is this? Is this bear market? Is this changing cycles to a bear market? It's very possible. It's very possible it's changing cycles into a bear market. Nothing's for sure, right? Nothing's for sure right now. Even this isn't really that for sure for me. Getting down there so quickly. Head and shoulders pattern in Bitcoin is very frequent. On the daily time frame, it's been a while, but generally very frequent. Obviously, that didn't work. That didn't work well at all, and took the alts with it. So, could we have a short-term bottom here? Yeah, looks like we could. We just bounced off that 30,000 level, and all right, yeah, we're starting to get back up there. So, I mean, definitely could be a short-term bottom. If you still have shorts on the table, there's an inverted head and shoulders right here. Volume signature is correct, so you could say that we could be reversing back up, and let's take a look at that. That's on the 1 minute, mind you. That's on the 1 minute. High volume bottom, check. You've got that. And I'm on the 1 minute just for extreme clarification, mainly for volume signatures, but yeah. So we are already up 20% from the bottom. That's pretty quick. So there was looks like a bottom here in the overnight at 4 in the morning. So here's 4. I woke up like literally at 4 in the morning. So I was right there, and we were really flat. Looks like I went back to sleep, and they sold it off. Hey, what's up, James? Bought it at 32. Nice job, James. Nice job. Good area to sell it all. I don't know, for a little bit, James. Give it a chance. I think that yeah, just give it an opportunity. You have a good fill price. I wouldn't be rushing into it. To sell it at least. Yeah, give it a chance. Now, there's going to be a couple points of if you just want to play it for a pop. Look, I'm not going to argue with that. Definitely right there, which is basically where we're at now. That could be a pivot point right there. You see some support there. We broke, becomes resistance, became resistance. We'll see how it acts as resistance now. Aggregation tool flipped a little bit bullish, but we don't have a tremendous amount of buying pressure. Obviously, there is some, but it's not gangbusters. So just gonna have to just feel it out a little bit. James, you could draw a trend line here for a very immediate, guidepost. Granted, I'm on the 1 minute chart. See if the 15 minutes a little bit more. I don't like being in the 1 minute chart, but sometimes in these situations you can't avoid it. Yeah, see, it's kind of hard to have a really good feel even on the 15-minute time frame. So you almost have to do go down to the 1 minute time frame. Yeah, I mean some good picking up down here. So I would just try to hold that 32 for right now. I mean, there's definitely a change of behavior. Very extreme selling pressure here, lack of selling pressure here. This pivot point could be pivotal. Not be too facetious. But this is a resistance area, so if it's going to break through it, your 32 is going to look gangbuster, James, and I would look to try to hold it until you see something else that is very topping action. Until you have some good topping action. And so far, it looks like we're still rocking on the upside here. Why did retail give the institutions their crypto? Because that's what retail does. That's generally what retail does. And now we're getting a nice pop through that resistance. Good volume acceleration. That's not bad. I can't be mad at that. So we should have a breakdown point up here. 38,174, give or take. And there's layers of resistance up here. There's gonna be layers of resistance. There's gonna be some here. We just broke through that very nicely. That was a very good bounce through that area right there. 200 EMA on what time frame? JJ. Hey, what up, Jay? I mean, this is some better action on the 1 minute, but we'll just see if it's we'll see if we're stable up here. So far, we look pretty good breaking out of the. Oh, I did want to draw the target from that inverted head and shoulders pattern. Get up to 41,500 from a 1 minute head and shoulders pattern, which is pretty crazy. Which on the 2 hour time frame, keep in mind, drawing stuff in the 1 minute, it's kind of hard to get perspective on the 2 hour. And we're up pretty good right there. So I got too much writing on that particular chart. Geez, Coinbase volume is really lagging Binance volume. Not sure if that's funny or sad. Finally, some bottoming capitulation. Yeah, I mean, it is definitely some capitulation. The question is, will it hold? That's the question. Julius asked if anybody is able to get into Coinbase. So if you guys have if you guys are having Coinbase problems, put it in chat just to let Julius know. Fear and greed index must be below 0. Well, they only updated the fear and greed index That's funny. They only update the Fear and Greed Index at 5 p.m. my time, so it's not reflective of the drop. Coinbase is down for lazy ear. B-Dub can access via the mobile app. Thanks for chatting, guys. So it's down. Maybe that's why the volume is less on Coinbase. Maybe it's broken. It's firmly possible. Somebody check Twitter. I wonder if Coinbase is broken. Like 2017 all over. I was having that thought late yesterday before I went to bed. I'm like, man, this market is so weak. It's looking like it's going to have a drop. And we just had a big drop. So it could be a short-term bottom, could be a long-term bottom. It's hard to say. Ethereum bouncing stronger. Oh, man, these things got murdered. So these things being right back into highs is highly, highly unlikely. I definitely want to mention that. That is generally not what happens here. Now, you could come up to a higher low. 2017 had this actually, which actually happened in 2018. Yeah, so 2017 we actually dropped. Is that right? No, that's the wrong high, stupid. I'm at the wrong place. Nick this asks, is it a good time to invest seeing that coins are going down huge? My argument would be no right now. That's my argument. There we go. So this is 2017. We dropped 43%. Dropped 43%. This time around, we just hit the 51, 52 percentage mark. And then what it did is it basically put in a small dead cat bounce rally, and then just faltered over from there. So, you know, there's definitely a possibility that we move into a bear market. Really, I mean, we're just going to have to see over the next couple of weeks, because usually these moves don't get V'd out from. When you get a move this aggressive, they don't just V out and then pop back into all-time highs like everything's fine. You know, generally it's not good. Did we just drop? We did. We just dropped through that trend line. Dropped right back through that trend line. We were right there. Oh, we got right to my breakdown point. Oh, dang. No bueno. Hopefully James was watching. Good here. There's your topping candle, Jay, right when I looked away. For at least for that, like that's a really good trade right there. We went from 64 to 47, then back to 64, and now this. Well, first of all, a dead cat bounce. I mean, this is all in the same day, Pete. So it just depends on your time frame and definition for that dead cat bounce. I mean, this is a potential reversal that just failed at my breakdown point. So failing a breakdown point is not bullish, but we were looking really good here. I mean, this is either short covering or buying pressure, probably a little bit of both. Thanks, Crypto King. Yeah, probably a little bit of both right here. So, yeah, we'll see how this shakes out. I mean, we did come back. You could consider this support at the neckline, which is normal in these situations. So, I mean, right at this point right now, you're looking at scalp trading almost. You're looking at scalping. This isn't swing trading. If you're looking to buy this, I say support along the trend line. That may cause some people to say, "Oh, I should buy it." Not necessarily the case, because this would be for a scalp. This would definitely be for a scalp trade, if anything, buying a support like this, because this, overall this large decline is going to be stronger than any 1 minute supportive situation like this. Yeah, I agree, JJ. I agree. It's too soon. Jared, you like scalping? Then there you go. Everybody trades differently. So here's the thing: everybody trades differently, and you know, one thing I do during my shows, I do try to address different types of strategies and styles. We have hodlers, we have scalpers, and all do their thing. You know, everybody's different. Ellie likes profits. Okay, well, if that's what you like, Ellie, I mean, I'm not going to stop you from doing your thing. You know, Ellie likes profits for whatever that's worth. Market even worth looking at, Ellie? I haven't even looked it up. Let's see. Tesla gapping down. Market gapping down a little bit. What's Riot Blockchain doing? Down 13%. Actually, not too bad. Riot Blockchain's down less than Bitcoin is, which is very interesting. And so there's that support. We're rocking back up a little bit here. You got a cool point one beat to see in the past couple of days? Nice, Jared. Doing some shorting, it looks like. You're talking about daily, not just today. Mid-April, we hit 65, then went to 47. All right, let's go back to the daily time frame. I think I'm going to switch between the 1 minute time frame and the monthly from now on. That's how I'm gonna do this. um, that's funny. Uh, how many people are in the Power Hour? Around 10 people watch it live. I have a lot more subscribers than that. It's kind of interesting that only 10 watch it live. Um, and then Nickness just subscribed. Oh, okay, thank you. I go at 9 a.m. my time. It's almost 7, so in about 2 hours from now, I start the Power Hour. Yeah, it's on the website. Um, I think it's on the website. I'm just gonna answer your question more effectively, but it's in 2 hours. I think it's been so long since I updated that. No, it isn't mentioned. I'll have to add it on there. I need to add. That's dumb. I don't have it on there. That's really dumb. So I'll just do it right now. Actually, it won't probably won't load that. 4 p.m. GMT. Yeah, that's dumb. That should be on there. What about Uniswap? Everything is broken right now. Absolutely everything. I mean, so we were talking the other day during the Power Hour about cracks. So first things first, we had no cracks in the market. We had zero cracks in the market. Like I guess 3 days ago. 3 days ago we had zero cracks in the market. 2 days ago we had two cracks in the market. Now everything is cracked. Highly unique situation. Highly unique situation. But this is why keeping in yeah, BTC lulled you to sleep this time around. Really, I think even more than 2017 because when Bitcoin topped, it was definitely unique that the alts continued to rally. Because keep in mind, there really was not a major altcoin market prior to 2017. There just wasn't. So I mean, this is the second time around this has happened. China banned BTC crypto. If that's what they did yesterday or the day before, then and I don't think it's a major issue to be quite honest with you. But um, yeah, this was the second time it happened. So I guess the narrative of when ETH really started taking off, it didn't quite triple from that base. Only got up 100% this time. BTC Head and Shoulders was pretty ominous. Sell the wife, sell the house for what? What are we gonna buy with it, Ellie? I don't know. What are you doing there with text? You got a dogie coming out of a box. That's pretty fun. Then you write text a bunch of other times. Playing with some emojis. Is the 100x crowd going to come back to my stream? That's funny. Here we go. I'll put it right at the bottom here. I think it's 5 Greenwich Mean Time. It's 4 Greenwich Mean Time. All right, updated. Done. Getting some work done here. Double dipping. Lots of emojis. I don't know what they mean, but I agree. Oh, you're here now, Jake? I guess I spoke too soon. Yep, Jay's ready to ban. Let them go, Jay, unless they're just being super, super, super obnoxious. But I wonder if they just left the 100x crowd. Binance Futures API disabled price fees wrong. Oh, great. Did the 100x guys ever take off? Doesn't look like they did. No 100x tokens today. Okay, that's actually a pretty that's something I can talk about. So, everyone's going to say, "What is the reason this happened? Why did this happen?" Um Yesterday they were, in Slack chat. For those of you that have that aren't familiar, by the way, I do have a Slack chat room that is right here. No charge to it. I just wanted to start a community with good traders, and very fortunate. This is a good chat room. If you guys aren't part of the Slack channel, you should join the Slack channel. Again, I don't charge for it or anything like that. So join the Slack channel. It is on the front page of my website. But in Slack, they were talking about Elon and everything going down. You can join right here on the home page, or click this button and join there also for the Slack chat room. It's always fun to have a boogeyman. All right. But most people here are grown-ups. So boogeymen don't really exist. And essentially, you're left with who cares, and who cares why it crashed, and who cares. Who cares? It just did. So it doesn't matter if it's Elon, it doesn't matter if it's China FUD, it doesn't matter what it is. It really has no bearing on anything. If some people are really hard on Elon right now, oh, Elon tanked the market, China tanked the market, what does it matter? What does it matter why it happened? It doesn't matter, because you have to keep in mind we were still unable to get over these highs right here at about 58 whatever for a couple of months. Elon wasn't tweeting up here. China wasn't putting news out up here. This was occurring without whatever FUD you think is in the market. Because keep in mind, were there still negative BTC articles over here? Yeah. Were there negative BTC articles over here? Were there negative BTC articles over here? What ends up happening is that there's always positive articles. There's always negative articles. You can't control the news. As a matter of fact, the news can be detrimental to your trading. So all you can do is just trade the chart and some kind of fundamentals. Whatever your perceiving fundamentals are. But that's really all you can do. You can do nothing more. You can do nothing less. And depending on the strategy that you have, if you're a hodler, if you're a short-term trader, if you're an intermediate-term swing trader, if you're an intermediate, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if Elon's the devil, which I've had a lot of fun battles with some friends over the past couple of days. If Elon's the devil, he's not. He's just a guy with a Twitter account that has some influence. China FUD, is it about China FUD? Are we going to find in 6 months that Mt. Gox decided to sell again? I mean, who even knows if half those are, who even knows if half that stuff is real in reality? All you know is that the price action is taking you in a certain direction. And if you're in the markets, you should have a trading plan. You should know what you're going to do. You really have to have an idea about where you're going to sell, why you're going to sell, when you're going to sell, how you're going to sell, how much you're going to sell. Like all this stuff should be part of you should know why you're in the market, and this is all part of that. This is all part of that. Okay, doesn't matter what anybody says. If you want a boogeyman, you're a sucker. Okay, if you want a boogeyman. Now, some people have opinions, and it's fine to have an opinion. Like I don't care at all about your opinions. You can think whatever you want, but don't let it interfere with what buttons you're clicking on the chart. So don't let it affect anything. You can have an opinion. So Sacramantis has an opinion. Trong Fan has an opinion. Those can hurt you with your investments. Holding strong opinions like that, holding very strong opinions like that, can end up hurting you. So just definitely be aware of that. It's not something that you have to. It's you can have your opinions, but that has to be separate from your actions with your investments. Those are two completely separate things. Those don't sometimes they'll correspond, which is great because you have a union of your personal life and your professional life, but it doesn't have to be that way. You don't have to be a Trump fan to make money during a Trump administration. You don't have to be, an Obama hater, or you don't have to be an Obama fan to make money during the Obama administration. The stock market went almost straight up during Obama's 8 years. And if you hated Obama and you stayed out of the market, you were hurt. And that has nothing to do with nothing except for your opinion on an individual or a situation. So from that perspective, you have to set everything aside. Your politics, your personal opinions, whether you like or love Bitcoin. If you're going to be involved in the markets, you have to understand how the markets work, not how Elon tweets. Do I see Bitcoin dropping further? Seems like the start of the bear markets. Michael Burry just shorted Tesla and Treasury again. Well, BTC is not putting in good candles. I'll just say that. Obviously, this is not good action. None of this is good action. We just had this 1 minute inverted head and shoulders pattern. It looks like we're even failing that. So we're starting to. We haven't done it yet. We're still above this neckline. Technically, this is your level at about 34.2 or whatever that is. Yeah, it's just not looking good. Let's check out that stock market for a little bit. This actually, technically, this should be my stock show. I do a stocks show. If you go to Real-Crypto on or Real-Stocks on YouTube, I have the stock show. You can check that out. It looks like Tesla is undercutting right there, which is definitely an issue. Market down 1.5%. Lots of red on the charts here today. Not bueno at all. Is this Tesla or not Tesla? So far, Tesla's not Tesla, breaking my trend line. That's a little bit dangerous right there. Definitely dangerous. Underneath the 200-day moving average. And, yeah, that is a little mini bear flag, apparently. Looks like 400's coming up there. JJ's looking for 380 or 360, JJ, if you're still here on Tesla. 360 to 380 or so. We'll see if we get a bounce. Doesn't quite look like it wants to bounce, though. It definitely had the opportunity to bounce over the past several days. Unfortunately, it's been unable to do so. So we'll see what happens at the day today. Yeah, that's not bueno. Sold all crypto on Monday, sitting here smiling now. Yeah, there you go, Dimitri. There you go. Can't argue with that. All right, let's get back to crypto. It is a crypto show. All right, so finding a little bit of support off of that. Do have a nice high volume 1 minute candle right there. And it looks like, yeah, that does look like we are getting a little bit more support. So maybe we'll be a little more stable in this area. No major rallies yet, but damage is likely done. Like some big damage is done, ladies and gentlemen. So it's yeah, a little bit damage. If you haven't sold already, give it an opportunity to bounce back. Yeah, this is definitely an interesting situation. This is an interesting situation that is unique to cryptocurrency. This hasn't happened in the stock market. Everything's happened. So this would not be a unique situation to stocks, but in crypto, it's brand new, and I think a lot of people a little bit taken aback by this. Some people, that just trade the charts and trade the immediate price action and forego everything, do good in these environments, because when you focus too much on the past, sometimes you're not able to accept kind of what's right in front of your eyes, and that can be dangerous. that can be pretty dangerous. Coin market cap down. WH wasn't down for me earlier. No, it looks good. Binance does own coin market cap, so I guess there's a possibility. Yeah, look at how weak Bitcoin is, even on the 7-day chart. Tether flat, looking for a breakout. Got some support down there at the $1 level. That's pretty good. Let's take a look. I think I'm going to go here in about 10 minutes or so, everybody. So if you guys have questions or anything, feel free to shout them out. I want to look through my what strategy, Ellie? Buying every dip? Let's look at my power hour spread. I want to see the coins down the most. XVS. Oh, XVS. Look at that. Breaking my heart. I didn't have any, but I was rooting for XVS. It had a good run out of this cup and handle. Just couldn't follow through. Buy every dip? Could be. Dodo, dead. CRV, wiped out. So these big candles like this really take a long time to get healthy again for the most part. Yeah, that's the problem, Ellie. That is a problem. I would probably we've just come out of such a good market. Sometimes even maybe it's subconscious. It's not even a conscious thought. We think that the market's going to come back fairly quickly. It may not. I mean, we could be stuck down here for a while. I mean, is it going to be a 1999 situation? I don't know. It's hard to say, but yeah, it's just starting to dip cash right now. While you can do it, I'm almost debating holy ontology. Look at that. That is a wick. I mean, ideally we just chill out this year in the stock market. I'm not sure how it's going to relate to crypto. We'll see in a couple days or a couple weeks how it's going to play out. But ooh, YFI got slammed. Actually, YFI just went back down to prior support, our 9997 alert level. Right, that looks like a normal pullback for YFI. Yeah, so most of these alts are. If we stabilize out from here, it's going to be really interesting to see the action in the next 2 weeks. I'm really interested to see what we're going to have. Are we going to bounce up and have a dead cat bounce and roll over again, or are we gonna somehow try to pull this into a? Ooh, look at total market cap broke my trend line. Eek, that's bad. I don't I don't really time the total market cap, but if you could, it says get the fuck out. Look at that. Everything's crashing hard except for Hex, is it? Oh, Bunny got slammed. Damn. That's crazy. Is Hex holding up? Frickin' Hex. Not bad. Not bad. I was wondering how Hex would do in a bear market. We may get the answer to that question. So far, topping out at about 7. That's crazy. How about Cardano? Um, Cardano's like everything else, is just getting its ass handed to it right now. Arguably not as bullish as a lot. Yeah, no, not that's what I was saying, Ellie. Not yet, but we may see in a bit. This actually came down to support. It's a correction. I guess it depends on your definition of a correction in a bear market. I guess it just depends on the definition. I was doing, yeah, we'll do KCS, BTC or USD. Oh, KuCoin coin? Yeah, it's pretty dead like everything else. Deep brain chain. Arguably supported. That is dead. That chart looks dead. Deep brain chain. Deep brain chain. Okay. What is this one? Look at that. Geez, that came back really quickly. Yeah, I do have to go 2 hour. Look at the 2 hour. Right back up. Deep brain chain. What is this? I never saw them mention this one. Deep brain chain. It's a cool name. I'll give them that. Oh, I like their logo. That's all I need in crypto is a cool name and a cool logo. Half these names are garbage. Operates on the Neo platform. Huh. Doesn't say what it is. Let's go learn about the deep brain chain. AI computing net. That's kind of what I thought it was. It's AI. Rank number 380. Rank number 380. Yeah, they've had AI on crypto for a while, believe it or not. Deep brain chain. I just like saying it. It's fun. All right. Yeah, great bounce back. Great bounce back, that's for sure. Can't be too mad at deep brain chain. Okay, interesting. I'm not buying it, but interesting. Crypto's red and so are stocks. Yeah. I wonder what the gap is on the BTC chart. There's a couple of them here. I guess this one got filled. Look at that, filled and dropped. That could be considered a gap between the green and the red candle. Technically, it's a gap, but this one and these touch, so maybe it's not a gap. Maybe we don't have to bounce to fill those. Oh, and look at that trend line break. Oh, oh, look at that shit. I should have looked at that. Should have looked at this chart. Hey, what up, Alex? Yeah, good night. Real crypto coin would be fun. I don't know what I'd do with it though. I did want to fork pancake swap and start something called Crispy. I'm like, if we're doing food related stuff, what hasn't been done yet? I'm like, I like crispy food. I could do crispy. You could have the pools called the fryer, and then you could have something else called the toaster. It's gonna be great. Bacon chain. There's got to be a bacon chain, Jake. There's got to be a bacon chain. A bacon chain. Extreme stream coin. Extreme stream coin. I'd have to put it on Ethereum though, so it's legit. And this Binance chain garbage. Morning, James. How are you, bud? Good. Good. Do SCUSDT? Sure. It's gonna look like everything else. Hot garbage. Oh, look, hot garbage. You have a lot in SC? I'm sorry. So when the markets do this, usually nothing is spared. Like almost legitimately nothing is spared. And in this case, if you go this power hour, this is pretty much most of the coins on Binance right here. I got Steam is positive. Out of everything in the market, Steam is positive. But yeah, pretty much everything is just done right now. Got in at 1 cent. At least you're still in the positive. That's good. Yeah. So here's the thing. We've actually been talking about this in the Power Hour for the past week, 4 days, something like that. You know, like not yesterday, but for several days. We've had a lot of coins do some tremendous things. And I think I'm going to end on this, ladies and gentlemen. We've had a lot of coins do tremendous things. And what we've been talking about recently is if you have outrageous profits, take them. Take outrageous profits. You don't have to take all of the profits, but if you've been in Dogecoin forever, just for fun, right? And then you're up, 20,000% and whatever, it's okay to take outrageous profits. You don't have to hodl till the end of time. People think people think different things, but what I hear often from people is that, I made $1 million, now I'm going to make 2, now I'm going to make 4, now I'm going to make 8. At some point, it's going to stop. The market's not going to do that forever. If you're in a market that's super bullish, if you've been fortunate enough to have massive profits, at some point you're going to have to realize them. They're not profits if they're sitting in your wallet, in your exchange. They're profits when you take profit. Okay? And it's okay to hold. It's okay to hold on the way up. That's okay. But at some point you have to realize those profits. Otherwise, they get evaporated. That's the way the market works. Because the other people that do take profits are selling their coin instead of you selling your coin. So yeah, I mean, what was the other one that just rocketed up? We'd have a topping signal on Matic yesterday. I mean, nothing major outrageous, but it was a topping signal. Wait a minute, what am I doing here? Okay, 2 hour. Yeah, there we go. So we on the 15-minute right there was a topping signal, and we talked about that right there, never broken, rolled over. Take outrageous profits when you have them, when the market's telling you to take profits. The market will tell you when to take profits. Sometimes it's going to be easy. Sometimes it's not going to be easy. Sometimes you're going to take a profit and it's going to continue. And you're going to feel just as dumb as if you lost all your money. Well, how stupid is that? And I'm guilty of this too. I'm not I'm not saying you're stupid, even though, most people probably are fairly stupid, including myself. We're all pretty dumb. Our emotions play a lot of tricks on us, especially with investing, because you're dealing with money. There's missed opportunity. There's sometimes missed opportunity feels as bad, if not worse, than a loss. Can everybody agree with that? That if you missed an opportunity, like Dogecoin, I didn't feel super bad about missing Dogecoin, not really, but like just looking at like, hey, if I was dumb and put in $1,000 down here, boom, I'd be it'd been a great profit. Sometimes now in that particular situation, it doesn't feel that didn't feel very bad, but like if you botched a Bitcoin trade and missed most of the run up, it's going to feel as bad as losing that money. That's going to feel as bad, but it's not as bad. And that's one thing that's been able to sustain me through this, even though I'm not a millionaire, not yet. I'm close, but I'm not there yet. And what's been able to keep me in more elevated levels than lower levels is the ability to be okay with missed opportunities and not to FOMO in and not to hold too long, even though, we all do that from time to time. But when you have an exaggerated profit, if your account's up, 5, 6x, 10x, 20x, 40x, you can take profits and it's okay. It's okay. You will live. You will survive. You will survive making money. I promise you. I absolutely promise you. Ellie with a good point. Being a millionaire doesn't mean you trade better, you just lose, make more money. I agree with that. I agree with that. It doesn't solve all your problems. How am I not a millionaire? First of all, I didn't start with that much, AJ. As much knowledge as I have accumulated doesn't guarantee profits in the market. Okay? Doesn't guarantee profits in the market. I've gotten up and freaking stuck my nose right against that level. Okay? Like I've stuck my nose against it. And it's pulled back a little bit. Okay? How am I not a millionaire? Some dumb trading mistakes that I tell everybody not to do. I'm a much better mentor and teacher than I am trading my personal account. Just to be honest with you, it's just the way it is, and I am living with that. I'm living with people in my chat room in Slack that are doing phenomenally well, and I have to live with that. That they're doing way better than I am. I have to live with that. Am I up? Yeah, I'm up. Am I not up? But everybody's different, man. Everybody's different. We're all different. I'm not perfect. Some people think, all these YouTubers, man, all of them. People think they're infallible. People think whatever. But no, we're all fallible. Every single one of us is fallible. Every single one of us. Now, there's going to be some people there's people on Twitter that I'm assuming are amazing at trading. That Kaleo guy, I hope he does as good as it looks like he does and makes as money as it looks like. And I hope he didn't get super wrecked right now. I don't know. But a lot of people out there fake it. Right? A lot of people fake it. I can't. It's too much overhead for me. It's just too much overhead for me to lie and then follow up with my lies. It's not worth it. And it doesn't do anybody. It doesn't help you guys. It doesn't help me. Who does that help? It doesn't help anyone. I mean, I guess if I were better, more business oriented with this, and had courses out and stuff like that, I could probably sell more courses fronting, and get rich doing that, which I probably should do, minus the fronting part. Just put the courses out there. But yeah, it's just, there was a thing, someone posted yesterday in Slack. BW posted it yesterday. He posted about, I think it was Tom Dante. Subscribe to my channel. Should be on the video you're watching towards the bottom, I would assume. Hey, what up, Vlad? Let's look. You didn't post Tom B Dub? Who did? That was in general, or was that in random? Oh, it was Cheyenne. Yeah, I want to find that post. I want to show you guys that. I think it's Tom Dante is. I'm not like I don't know everything about Tom Dante. I'm not massive Tom Dante fan, but he's definitely known in the trading community, and I think it's in general. Oh, that's not the right Vlad. Oh, you're the Vlad. Oh, yeah, I think you mentioned that. Sorry, Vlad. Vlad. Two Vlads. We're getting double Vlad today. Sounds dirty. Ah, shoot. Vlad, you're funny. Yeah, losing green's okay. You just have to where's it at? Anyway, what Dante posted was that he's seen lots of traders. He saw one trader go up to $40 million in his account and basically lose it all. $40 million and lose it all. If you have $40 million, why would you even put yourself in a position to lose it all? Now, if you have that much money in an account, if you're able to do that, that's a personality type. There's only certain personalities that can get to 40 million. It's just the way that it is, and it's personality types. You can train yourself to get there, but it's a very concerted effort if you want to do that. Okay, very very concerted effort, and very hard to do if you don't have that personality type, especially if your personality is on the complete opposite end of the spectrum. But by the time you get, from thousands to hundreds of thousands to millions to tens of millions, you're crossing. You've added 3 4 zeros to your balance sheet. At what point do you solidify your actual life? You know, people some people treat trading as a video game, and in some ways it is. It is entertaining. There is some logic to it. Lost it all trading in a year, 100 million. Jeez. But if you have 40 million, if you have 5 million in trading, let's just say you have 5 million. You're very fortunate to get to 5 million. At what point do you say, you know what? I'm taking out 2 million. And if I lose that 3 million, at least I got 2 freaking million. You know, what if you have 1 million? You know, if you're getting to 1 million, even starting from 100,000 is still a 10x. You've done very well. You have some skill. You should understand something about the markets. You should understand where you are in the market cycle potentially. And hey, should I take these outrageous profits? You should take some. You should take some outrageous profits. Outrageous. Now, if you go from 10,000 to 20,000 to 30,000 and you're not willing to take profit hit, I understand that. That's fine. But if you take 10,000 to 500,000, could you take some profits out of that market cycle, being whatever it is in that moment? But at least says you're done when you lose discipline. And most everybody does at some point. Even if you're successful, you will lose some of that discipline at some point. I'm guilty of that. I'm guilty of that. I definitely lost some discipline. Definitely lost some discipline. Yeah. And all you can do is circle back to the principles that got you successful and then wait for that opportunity. And I'm in that waiting mode right now in the stock market. I'm in that waiting mode right now. I'm waiting and I'm chilling. And that's it. And that's it. Check your greed. Yeah, that's a good way to say it. Check your greed. I'm not mad at that. Yep, you think you can do no wrong. You think you know everything. You think that yeah, it's human emotion, man. It's a bitch. It's a bitch. Which one, Fong? You posted a couple up there. Oh, KCS now up $6. It's also down from 20. AG, that's my mentality. I participated in the file ICO. Very nice. Although it went up 80x, I cashed out most of my money at 20x. But when you get too greedy, then that's when you can lose the most. Yeah, I mean, don't get. Yeah, Filecoin. Yeah, you can't get mad at that. I mean, 20x is cool. Obviously, right? 20x is cool. No, you never know it's going to go up 80x. I mean, AJ, look, if you're up 20x, could you take out half of that? Could you take out 3/4 of that and let the rest go? Sure. Does everybody realize that all of the successful traders take profits at some point? And do you realize that all of those successful traders never got the exact top? All of them. All of them. There's never one trader, there's never been a trader that's gotten everything right. Never. And we all sit here trying to achieve that, at least a lot of us. We all sit here trying to achieve perfection. It's impossible, and you have to let it go. And that's tough for me. That's tough for me. I mean, I kind of crossed that line a long time ago, but you have to let it go, and you have to let it go, and you have to 20x, brilliant, boom, I'll take it. You want to give me a 20x today? If you're on a table, if we're doing a shell game, blah 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 blah, and I'm doing 20x or 80x, and then there's one that says negative 50%, I'm okay with the 20x. That's fine. I got no issues with that. Real frozen? Yeah. Yeah, I could do that. I'm not gonna this time. Yeah. So it just depends on your perspective. It really just depends on your perspective, and you just have to understand. You have to understand you can't get it all, and if you have an outrageous profit, you need to take it. It needs to be in your account, realized. You need to realize a massive paper profit. At some point, you will have to realize. Everyone thinks about Lambos and moon babies and all that stuff. To buy a Lambo, you have to sell. So if you're up hundreds of percent and the market's great and it's going up, and you see a topping signature, if you're in the power hour and you think about selling something big, that's what we look at, topping signatures. Those are great times to sell. Phil had a great topping signature way the fuck up here. We actually talked about that. We talked about Phil. We talked about Theta. I mean, how many toppings? If you sometimes you don't get a topping signature. BTC didn't really have a topping signature. BTC didn't really have a topping signature this time. Absolutely not. Because they locked your account. Oh, geez. Go KYC in Ukraine. Run your VPN through there. How about if you 40x and lose half of it, would you just quit? What do you mean quit, Egghead? By taking profits? Yeah, take profits. Just take profits, man. How about 452 per day mining Ethereum at the moment? 1.1 gigahashes. Oh, that's pretty good. Did they take a lot of people off for the network or something? Did they drop off? I don't know. That's crazy. If you can hack the exchange, you can trade. I think what ruins people is when they see people on Twitter make a ton of money, and it's from 99% of my trades where I've lost money is forced trading. Yeah. Yeah, you cannot, and it's hard. It's really hard, but you can't hold up to other people's standards. You just can't. You can only trade your account. I mean, you should keep your trading world as small as possible, in all actuality. You should keep your trading influences as small as possible. And then, I mean, initially it's very broad. There's nothing really wrong with that, especially if you're learning. Like if you're learning, make it broad, get exposed to a lot of things. Once you've kind of honed in on what you want to do, keep your circle small, keep your influences small, and then once you gain some wisdom, you can branch out again, because you'll be better to ignore most everything. I mean, it's a cycle. Trading is like a life cycle, if you will, because um, we all go through changes. We all go through growing periods. See what BTC is doing here. All right, chilling a little bit up here. We're just chilling right now. So, all right, guys, I think I'm gonna bounce. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna take a look at Tesla and stocks real quick. Tesla back at 550, still holding up the prior low under the 200-day moving average. We'll see what happens. I'm not completely giving up on Tesla yet. Love Tesla long term. By the way, I think Tesla long term is amazing. I was thinking last night, even if this thing gets to $5,000 a share, which is pretty amazing in the next 10 years, that would be amazing. Apple. So, man, look at that. That is a big ass Head and Shoulders, isn't that? That's a little bit scary. That's a little scary on Apple. Hey, thanks, Jared. I appreciate that, buddy. Super chat and the comment. Very nice. So if Apple's a Head and Shoulders pattern, which arguably this meets the qualifications for a Head and Shoulders pattern, that implies a pretty deep bear market coming up. If Apple's going to do this, the Nasdaq's going to do this. Apple's the number one stock by market cap, and that's dangerous right there. Hard 200-day break. That would definitely take everything down with it. Likely Tesla as well. Likely Tesla as well. Maybe JJ's right. I really hate to say that, but maybe we get to 360 on Tesla. So it hasn't happened yet. Fong, but it's definitely something to keep an eye on. It's definitely something to keep an eye on. Love some cheap stocks, Julius? Well, I think this time around, I don't know. I think this time around maybe different. I think this time around we may stay low for a while. You have a lot in call options? Oh, geez. Yeah, see, call options are dangerous, man. Again, take big profits. And when you're trading options, Fong, all you have to do is wait for your edge. 2 years may not even save you from this, brother. If you got a 2-year call on this, it doesn't matter. 6 months is nothing. 6 months ain't far away, dude. 6 months you'll get, this thing drops 10%, your 6 month option goes down 50%. Goes down 50%. Notifications when the power hour starts in the Slack chat room. The Slack chat room. We do have an alert system in the Real Signals channel. There is an alert that goes off from this channel. I have to invite you into the channel for this. Is where our alert system is. So these are all the alerts that go off. So when the power hour starts, I'm not sure why that's in there, but when the power hour starts, oh yeah, right there. It actually does alert through Slack. It alerts through Slack. So, did you? I think you said if you signed up. Are you in Slack, Andre? I can invite you now. It'll shut off about an hour and 20 minutes. Hey, what up, Monkeytron? You're late. What's your handle in Slack, Andre, and I'll put you in there. Later, Fong. Yeah, I'm gonna get out of here too. I just want to see if Andre wants to get into if he's in Slack. I'll get him in there. Okay. Let me see. Oh, geez, there's a few of you in here. Oh, you tagged me in general? Oh, thank you. Okay. There's a couple Andres in there. Oh, yeah, yeah. You're okay. Um, there we go. Hitting the soil. All right, Jared, take it easy, buddy. All right, so you're in the Real Signals group there, Andre. Yeah, it's about an hour and 20 minutes, hour and 15 minutes. And Bitcoin could have found a bottom, could not have found a bottom. This action is interesting. It's not perfect. I got too many damn lines on my chart now. I'm gonna have to get rid of most of these. So, all right, everybody, have a great day. I'll see you later in the Power Hour, Andre, and anyone else that is interested in joining that, where we every day we talk about the markets, and every day we try to follow this ever evolving story that is the crypto market. So, all right, guys, thanks for joining me today. Hopefully, I've helped in some way, and have a great one. I'll see you next time.